Hey, what's up? Real briefly, my name's Marshall Goebel. I'm out here in San Diego. Attached to the Navy, going on 13 years now. And one of your friends or family or somebody that you know that I know wanted me to share some information with you about our company called Five Links. And basically, there's three reasons why Five Links makes sense to military families. Number one is the products and services that Five Links offers throughout the world. It actually helps people save money and get competitive rates and discounts on the essential bills and services that you're paying on a monthly basis. So think about things like your TV, your internet, your cell phones, your home security, your home gas and electricity if you're not living on base. Think about your choice of coffee or protein supplements if you're into that. Think about some of the money you spend at the base GNC or NutriShop or something like that. So what Five Links does is they are partnered with all the major providers in North America and throughout the world, and those companies allow us to market products and services for them using our mouth, which takes the retail price down because we do not charge the marketing and advertising cost. We charge wholesale, and that means you as a military member or spouse, dependent, whatever the situation is for this generic video, you guys can actually save money on the bills and services that you're going to pay regardless. So obviously, before seeing this video today on social media, you've been paying these things every month, and that is residual, meaning that you signed up for it one time and you'll continue to pay it until you want the service to stop. But that's the first portion of what I call the Five Links triple play, is actually saving money on bills and services that you're going to have regardless. And out here in San Diego where I live, I have DirecTV, I have Verizon Internet, I have Protect America Home Security, I have Verizon cell phones, I drink Montevita coffee, which is from Five Links. I actually consume the protein that is the High Five Lean from Five Links. I take the High Five Boost, which is an energy booster. I used to take the pre-workouts, No Explode and things like that, C4. There's a couple more I was taking, but now I take the High Five Boost, and then as a multivitamin, instead of taking the GNC Mega Man multivitamins, I now take the High Five, is something called the High Five Edge, which just has the B vitamin Niagen in it. So with all that being said, I am saving money on bills and services that I'm paying regardless, even if I'm on deployment or not. The second portion of the triple play, which is very interesting if you are the right person, is you can actually earn income every time you pay your own bills and services. So not only are you saving money on the bills and services that you're going to be using as the end user, yes, you can market that to other people, but if you want to do that portion of the direct selling, that's fine. I just suggest being a consumer and end user of the Five Links products and services, and you'll be just fine. But how cool would it be to earn income every time you pay the monthly bills that you can never pay off? Now, obviously, one of the questions that I get a lot of times is Five Links is so great, why are so few military people involved? Well, the harsh reality of it is, and I don't mind hurting people's feelings because it is what it is. Many of the dependents of military active duty members, many of the retired people from the military rely on the base. They rely on a government system to function, and very few, and this isn't an insult, and this is an open forum discussion, really. I'd love to be proved wrong, but just my observation over the last 13 years, most people in the military do not mind being told what to do, do not mind being working for someone else their entire career, which is part of the deal. I get it, but you can kind of leverage that and take advantage of it in certain ways. But so few people are actively involved with Five Links as a entrepreneur because it requires self-starting, motivation. You have to inspire yourself. You have to be willing to stand the gaff when everybody in your entire command, everybody in an entire special operation command is telling you what you're doing is a scam, it'll never work. Most people would fold, regardless of where they're at in the community of the military. There are zero people in my community, other than myself, actively involved with Five Links. And I could try to sit here and figure out that, but you know what? The show's going to go on for me and my family. But the second portion of the triple play with Five Links is actually earning what we consider residual income every time somebody pays a bill. And in my example, in the last 5 years, I've built an organization upwards of over 100,000 people. Now imagine how many people you know where you work at that are using the products and services that Five Links offers. It's essential. Imagine making 50 cent times all of that. And that is my situation, because all these senior people in the military that they don't, it's kind of innocent. They don't necessarily know about Five Links to make an educated decision, but they'd rather just throw their comments that this isn't going to work, it'll never work, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. That doesn't bother me. Some people in the military, they would crumble, they would crush, and that's just the way it is. So to answer the question, why are so few people involved, I don't have that answer, but it doesn't necessarily bother me, because there are 100,000 other people involved in my own organization throughout the world, either as customers or business partners or referrals. So, obviously, just kind of recap, the first portion of the triple play is saving money on things that you have to do regardless. And there's no arguing that, all right? There's absolutely no arguing it. Secondly, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you are looking for a plan B or side income or additional income, if you're one of these people that realizes that 10 years of being in the military that you've been living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, you're the one that knows the pay dates of Navy Federal when active duty checking is going to get deposited, the light bulb might be going off to say, obviously there's got to be a better way. You can actually enjoy a 20-year career and not be burdened down by living financially every week, waiting for the next week to happen, and God forbid it's one of those months where you have to wait almost 2.5 weeks before you get paid. I know, I used to live it. So earning additional income alongside your primary profession is a pretty cool idea, and that does make sense to some people. There are many people that will tell you that doesn't make sense, but all I ask you to do is take an educated look at their lifestyle, and if you are happy with their lifestyle, then please take their advice. But unfortunately for me, most of the people telling me that, why are you putting so much effort and attention into Five Links, they're not living anything close to the lifestyle that I would ever want on active duty, definitely not outside. So I just look at my mentors in Five Links and I continue to roll. So to finish off the video, the third portion of the triple play, and I think this is really one of the largest benefits to military families, especially dependents. This is kind of where my spouse came into play. A lot of the military dependents don't work. They are the homebody. They're raising the kids, getting them out to school. They're there when the kids come home. When the husband or spouse deploys, they're the ones staying back home and not necessarily full-time working. The third benefit of being affiliated with Five Links as a business partner is the tax leveraging that you can take at the end of the year. And in my case, prior to Five Links, I was claiming 7 deductions on my LES. And once I got involved with Five Links and I spoke to the right people, the right tax professionals that could guide me and mentor me, I took my deductions. I apologize, I just misspoke. I was claiming 0 deductions on my LES, and they were taking out around $300 a month out of my paycheck. Once I got involved with Five Links, I upped it to 7. I was paying roughly $90 a month in taxes, knowing up front, I knew up front that my tax return at the end of the year would be very, very small. However, I have a lot of deductions and expenses because I'm in a business now, and my tax return was upwards of what an E5 makes annually, and it's been that way the last 5 years. So the tax leveraging portion of Five Links is what can instantly improve a military family's lifestyle. It's almost like the spouse gets a one-time annual paycheck around tax season, after March or February, whenever that happens. So think about it. Your 20-year career, if you're going to make a career out of this, you're going to get housing money, you're going to get food money, you're going to get special pay if you qualify for that or rate it, some of the terms we use. Even if you're living in base housing, you can write off a portion of that house as a business expense and get it back at the end of the year. You can get mileage in your car that you're using to travel if you're smart about it and you follow the system that we follow and leverage the opportunities the military gives you. You can absolutely leverage the best of the military benefits and the benefits of an entrepreneur, which are all governed by the IRS and that Federal Trade Commission. So that's the triple play in regards to this video. Like I said, the person that you and I have a mutual relationship with wanted me to explain this to you from a standpoint of a 13-year Navy guy that works as a Navy diver. I work alongside many communities of the military with pretty cool experiences. But at the end of the day, I know when the show must go on at my 20-year mark, I have an option, and I've kind of already created a retirement lifestyle in terms of a vision where I'll be going with my family's lifestyle, which does not include coming back to work on a Monday with a beard and just a civilian uniform. I think that's honorable and it's cool, but for me, I have a vision, and I found a vehicle that can take me on flight of where I'm trying to go. And I don't mind explaining this to people in our community of active duty military dependents or retirees, that I highly suggest you get back with the person that wanted you to just take a listen to this short video. Ask them to take a look at our company overview, take a look at our business plan. The 4 criteria that I asked myself when I got started was, is it legal because of my security clearance? Could I do it because of my constant deployments? Could it pay me more than $1 more than my retirement? Because obviously if you get on the retirement calculator, you do the math and the equation, you know what you're going to be bringing in. I wanted to know if 5 Links could pay me $1 more than what the active duty retirement would pay me at my 20-year mark. And 4, more importantly for me, was who's going to teach me how to run this business, because in the mentorship from the military is world class. I wanted the people in the magazines and in the books and in the videos and on stage and driving around in their Bentleys and BMWs. I wanted those people mentoring me. And 5 years later, I can tell you that I'm so happy that I made the choice that I made. My wife and I have had a lot of success in this company. I've had a lot of success in the military, and I think that is all because of one quote that I live by: the way you do one thing is the way that you do everything. So those are some of the quotes that I live by, and there are multiple military people in our company that have hit the level of senior vice president, retirees that have hit platinum senior vice presidents. And if you look back on these people's careers, they were, in my case, Sailor of the Year, Instructor of the Year, Instructor of the Quarter, Sailor of the Quarter, completely qualified at every command. In the Navy, we call it EP, early promote type sailors. If you look at some of the other military affiliates with 5 Links, you'll see that the way that they've done their success in 5 Links can be tracked in their military career also. So if you're one of these top leaders in the military and you understand that there's more to it than just gunslinging and riding on ships or flying on planes, at the end of your career, you have options. And I think the best thing you can do is set yourself up with pretty good options that are secure, that would set your family up in a position to live a better life. I call it giving yourself the advantage with the 5 Links triple play. So get back with the person that wanted you to take a look at this. Feel free to get my information. I take phone calls every day throughout the week, and I constantly encourage people to really take an educated look at this, because there's nothing that we're doing in our company that you're not already doing as an active duty dependent, active duty military member, or retiree. We all do the same thing. The only difference is we can show you how to go from accounts payable to accounts receivable. If you got all the money in the world, we can show you how to have fun when we party. We can show you how to override organizations if you're that type of leader. If you're into giving back to communities, we can show you how to set up something so where you can do your giving back, community outreach type stuff. So again, my name is Marshall Goble out here in Southern California, encouraging you to take an educated look at what we're doing, because right now our company's growing. We're looking for leaders, and there's no better leader than somebody that stood the gaff in the military, considering some of the things that we've been through in the few years past and what's to come. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the top. Bye for now.